Good evening, fine folks of the rebellion. I am former Army Corporal Cliff Purvis.
And I am former Army Warrant Officer Russ Denny. Let's see what we've got planned for you today.
Right. Sorry, guys and girls, we are smirking like Cheshire cats just now because we have had the proverbial gremlins in the system. Hence, we were a little bit late coming in there. It's nothing to do with Putin, Trump, the Labour Party, the various branches in Scotland.
Brigade. As soon as I pressed go live, it logged me out of everything. It was like, no.
It's one of these things.
It's all good fun.
Anyway, it's so good to be back on. How you been, Russ?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. It's just busy working away. It's August, which is the holy shit. It's nearly September month. Christmas round the corner, mate. What's happening?
I don't know, but I seen a bus in Aberdeen at the weekend there that had "Merry Christmas" written on it from the name of the bus company. I'm banging my head off the steering wheel, going no. So I guess the driver may have been on his last day or something like that.
Love it.
Yes. So anyway, back into the show.
So episode 39, mate, of the Recce Report.
Yep.
We've been going a while now, and we've still got things to talk about because the world is still doing what it does. People are still being people.
Yep.
And we need to put the world to rights. Let's do it.
Yeah, we do this on a monthly basis, and this month in Scotland, of course, we had the visit of the convicted felon, as broadcasted by the National, and I think the National newspaper played an absolute ace with that front cover, and moved their standing within America, within the US, quite measurably. But yes, so we had the visit of Donald Trump, a private visit. Promoting his golf courses.
He's just trying to flog his golf course, isn't he, mate? And this is my thing, and I get that. I don't get it. You know, they're trying to present business as usual with the foreign visits and being nice and doing the whole diplomacy thing. But the rules have changed. There are no rules anymore with Trump in power. He doesn't follow them. We should have done exactly what France and Germany and Canada did and just said, no, we're not playing.
Yeah. But unfortunately, the UK is tied for whatever reason. We seem to be tied, some invisible umbilical cord to the whatever administration happens to be in the White House. Yeah. And it's been like that since America told us to get a Suez Canal in the 50s.
Yeah. No, you've got to go someone where I'm fondly remembering George W. Bush now. When at the time I was like, what the hell? And it goes on to what we were chatting about before, mate. You know, if we go back 5-10 years, these extremists, and let's call them what they are, they were laughed at. We pointed at them, your BNP, your UKIP, your right wing and your left wing extremists. And now, for some reason, they're getting more vocal. They're being listened to. They're getting local council seats. They're getting airtime on Question Time and the mainstream media and things like that. And it's just ridiculous. And we're literally it's the 80th anniversary of the end of the VE, Victory in Europe this year. And here we are about to, goose step into another fascistic, autocratic time in our history. In the 21st century. None of us saw this coming, mate, when we were kids, did we?
No. not at all. My father, who fought through the Second World War, he was reassuring us kids that it'd never come back. They'd put the wicked empire of Japan to bed, and they'd done the same with Nazism. I have a theory on this, Russ, and it's to do with economics and the way that the Western countries, I mean, the former Soviet bloc have to recover from how the Soviets ran it. But we always thought that the way the so-called democratic countries had run their administrations was great. The trickle-down economy, we were all getting money in that. And the veneer has finally come off of that. Yeah, because the UK, and we'll take the UK as that example, is broke. We're skint. Yeah.
Absolutely is. And I think, and it brings us on to what we were going to talk about, mate, is that we need to do it differently. The old rules don't apply now. And I don't think they have for a while in Scotland. And we said this before about the SNP needing to step up and actually take a leadership position and not just do the same old, because that's what lets in your Farages and your Tommy Robinsons and things like that in through the door and starts normalizing them, because we don't call it out. We try and play the same rules, but these people are not playing by the rules.
No.
We said before, today it was announced that Trump has federalized the police force in Washington, D.C. and mobilized the National Guard, because he says that D.C. is a cesspit of crime and it needs to be sorted. And when it's pointed out that actually places like South Carolina and Texas and all the other red states have way higher crime rates than Washington, D.C., that doesn't matter. It's theatrics and it's done for his base.
Yeah.
But you gotta portray, and that's the issue. We're taking these lies and we're trying to bat them away one at a time. Don't play. We fell into that trap on the first independence referendum as well, as we try to answer all the Gish Gallop, the 100 of questions, which weren't about getting answers. It was about just making people look bad. You got to stop playing that game, mate. I'm aware I've gone on a bit of a tirade here, but yeah.
No, go for it, Russ. Go for it. Yeah.
Stop playing by their rules.
Yeah, let's call them out for what they are, and this is what I've done a couple of times with on our page and to a certain extent on my old Facebook page as well, and any letters that gets published in the National, although apparently I have to tone it down to get stuff published in the National. I can't remember what the word. I think I used the word rat, and they weren't having that, so I had to get that changed. But fine. But no, again, and I mentioned this a few weeks back, I'm not a member of a political party now, so I can say what I like without any comeback to any political party that supports independence, because you're absolutely right. We've got Nigel Farage, who's quite happy, standing up saying it's all the fault of the illegal immigrants come across the boat. People, call them what you want. They are the biggest threat to the UK. No, the biggest threat to the UK at the moment is drugs coming into the UK. So why aren't the current government in Westminster all over that? Why aren't they trying to secure our borders against the illegal drug trade? Why aren't they going into the areas and the cities to clamp down on the labs that are producing the drugs? Why don't they do that? Well, my personal opinion is they want the people to be high as kites, not looking at what's going on in reality. They don't want these people to be clean. They don't want these people to be sober, because if they are, they'll see what a shoddy mess the elite have done to this country, and there will be rebellion. Sorry, Ross, if you go on a rant, I'll go on a rant.
No, you're right, mate. It's all about maintaining that grip on the wealth. From an elite view, because if you give the plebs money, what are they going to do with it? It's going to buy fags and video games and shit like that. Actually have a bit of a quality of life. There's far too many people now working hand to mouth. Rents are going up, house prices are going up, and and the young people today, our kids are the first generation that probably not going to do better than us.
Yeah.
you know, because generally, you know, our life is our life quality of life is better than our grandparents had it. It's better than our parents had it, and we want our kids to have a better life than we had, and it's just not happening.
Yeah, that
Because,
shows you what
yeah,
a sorrid state the elites have done to the system. And that's why we need change. We need a massive change to swing that round. We shouldn't be living hand to mouth in this era. Yeah, not with the wealth that our nation has. And I'm not talking about the UK. Yeah, I'm talking about the wealth that Scotland has. Yeah, we were,
yeah,
you know, people were suckered in 2014. You know, better together, stay in lead, and all that kind of stuff. We have been milked dry since then.
yeah.
Yeah, you know, and wasn't there some Tory MP for down in Dumfries, Galloway, and the outer edges of the universe, came out with a statement that the people are sick to death of hearing about independence. No, they're not. They're sick to death of what the Tory party did to Scotland.
Yeah.
They're sick to death of Boris Johnson not being in court on criminal charges because of the deaths caused by his negligence, him and his damn cabinet. Yeah. Boris Johnson was always on about wanting to imitate Churchill. Well, by hell he did. Churchill had his Gallipoli, Johnson had COVID.
Yeah.
You know, the death tolls equally as bad.
Yeah, and the SNP, you know, and I'm still a card-carrying member of the SNP, but I don't really give a stuff about speaking out against them, mate, because what are they going to do?
Yeah.
Stop taking my 12 quid or 40 quid a year, whatever it is, I pay them, I don't know. Yeah, they need to stand up. There needs to be some serious leadership coming. Stop following the same old tired playbook because it doesn't work. And they're saying now, you know, we need, you know, a good showing at the Holyrood election. We've heard it before.
Yeah.
We've heard it before. Yeah, that's fine. What are you going to do about it? Because what that does, that sets you up for failure. If you fail to get that by one seat or one vote, then that just puts it, that gives ammunition to the opposition again.
Yeah.
What you need to do is say, no matter what happens, you're going to keep pushing. It used to be, you know, line one of the SNP manifesto, independent Scotland, and we seem to have got away from that, mate.
Yeah.
We've got bogged down in the backbiting and the infighting and the fractures in the party, where people have gone off and joined other parties and formed new parties and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, you gotta do that. This is all the shit that should have happened after independence.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You know, and I said it 11 years ago, is that the SNP were the best party placed to deliver it. They still are. They absolutely still are. You can argue about policy and dancing on the head of a pin after independence, because all this stuff you're arguing about now is temporary, because it will all change on independence.
Yes.
You know, the SNP are the only party, I believe, who are campaigning for their own end. Because once we get independence, there is no need for a Scottish National Party.
Yep. Absolutely spot on, buddy.
Yeah. All the other parties are campaigning to stay the foot of the, you know, the nose in the trough. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I think there's some people in the SNP who are happy just ploughing along and drawing their wage. But yeah, change the record, mate. Yeah. Let's get some people bombasting out and not play the game. Much like, you know, I'm sorry, take a leaf out of Trump's playbook.
Yep.
Is you just say it loud, you repeat it loud, and you say it convincingly. And when people try and talk facts at you or what they think to be facts, you just blow them off.
Yeah.
Don't even try and answer them.
Yep. Absolutely.
Fake news. Fake news, mate.
Yeah. So, what do you think about this? You know, one vote for one party and the main vote, and another vote for another party and the list vote.
Oh, the whole yeah. So, I think it's always a thing with the DeHunt system, that aspect of that proportional representation. We spoke about it. It's been tried before, you know, and it was called decoy parties, and places that have done it. So they did it. I think most one people know about is Italy in 2001, and what that happened is that because they got wind that they were doing it, then both parties did it. So they both had decoy parties, and actually what happened was they both got they both got so many votes they didn't have enough people to fill the seats that they won, but it was still split along those party lines. So all that did was it edged out the smaller parties that might have had a chance. So that was it. They tried it again in 2020 and 2024 in South Korea. Exactly the same thing happened. Both parties set it up. The interesting one that I wanted to talk about was Lesotho did it in 2007, and it was the same result. But then they changed the law in 2012, and basically they could still have the decoy parties, but they were tied to the parent party, and the results were adjusted accordingly.
Right.
So it was pointless doing it then. It was effectively your decoy party was then just your list seats, wasn't it?
Right.
And that's what will happen if you think by some kind of electoral trickery that you're gonna get in there, because you know what will happen. Let's say, and I'm not picking on anyone here, right? But we're going to say Alba for the sake of argument. So let's say SNP get in with say 40 something seats, and Alba get in with 20 seats, okay, or 20, enough to get a majority between them. Do you think, given the massive policy differences between the two, that they're just going to put that to one side and campaign for independence? No, they're going to argue about the nif-naf and flipping trivia that they're arguing about now. The stuff that will and could be sorted out after independence. Yeah. Hashbury here saying that he's going to vote SNP 1 and Green 2. See, I agree with you, mate, because that's the purpose of it, right? Green's campaign on the list votes, that's been their raison d'etre for quite a while. You know, to influence. Yeah, Greens are not looking to be in charge, or they'd field constituency candidates. They're looking to influence policy, which is quite a commendable thing to do as a party. They don't stand in my constituency. I live in quite a small one, but we always get some penis claiming to be UKIP or BNP or some right wing stuff. He ends up getting about 27 votes, which is probably him and all his sister wives.
Well, 27 votes, eh? Yeah, we do live in a pseudo democracy. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, by the way, you're not getting your deposit back either.
So this idea of tactical voting, which is it complicates the issue. So generally, what's going to happen? People are going to go and vote what they think, right? The sad thing is that the Greens generally are the only party to ever really get enough votes on the list to get seats. Back in the day, back in pre-2007, you had some, it wasn't Solidarity, when the Scottish Socialist Party, wasn't it? Yeah. Had some seats in there. But that was generally it. There was never any party getting enough votes. And outside of the SNP and Greens, none of the other parties now really get those amount of voters, mate. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But we've got to encourage the voters back to the ballot boxes, and we can only do that, I think, by having someone take the bull by horns and show dynamic leadership. Yeah. As we've said.
Absolutely. But who's going to take it, mate? You look at it now, because it needs to start now. Yes. Who have we got in the Scottish Parliament that could step into that role?
I haven't got a clue.
Anyone on the viewing screen? Anyone got any suggestions as to who could be the figurehead prior to the next?
Yeah, I'm very concerned that the leadership, the top echelon of the SNP at the moment, are all thinking the same way about how things should be done. So there's no one there to actually turn it around and go, stop, this hasn't worked. The very definition of stupidity is keep trying the same old thing repeatedly and finding it still doesn't work. There's no one there. We have lost, I think, the potential. Barry Black, I know she's doing a cracking job at the Fringe. She slid into stand-up comedy.
But that's it. we had, after the 2014 referendum, we had an invigoration of Scottish politics, and lots of young, fresh ideas came in. And then over 10 years, we just
God,
sucked the life out of them
yeah,
by doing
Yeah.
nothing.
yeah. So I'm concerned. I'm very, very concerned. And yeah, I'm just sorry. I've just seen a message come in there.
Sorry, I'm assuming this is Kevin. Please correct me if I'm wrong. So I don't know anyone who has confidence in John Swinney's plan. Has he got a plan?
It's not so much a plan, Russ. It's rehashing. It's the rehash of the rehash of the rehash.
It's the same. I mean, say what you want about Alex Salmond, but he knew how to play a crowd.
Yes.
And I think Nicola did to a certain extent as well, but then she let herself get worn down by the constant negativity and attacks. I don't know. Your man down in Westminster, I think, would be good, but we don't get the chance to get him until after the Scottish election. If he gets
and it's going to be too late.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh well, then it's kicked down the road till the next general election.
Yeah,
and then to the next Scottish election. So we're looking at 2, 3, 4, 5 years again.
Yes, yeah. We need. Is Stephen Flynn carrying baggage from the last few years? Probably not. He might be the one.
Thanks, Kev. I knew his name, but I was too worked up.
I like his prompting we're getting tonight. Hey, way to go! We need him. Yeah, he's probably the only one with any credibility left that is still an MP or an MSP. There's lots of people who are Scottish MSPs and the SNP who have got credibility, but they're not at the leadership level or haven't displayed the kind of dynamic leadership that we need to get our independence, to get people back to one, go and listen to them when they're doing the hustings, and two, voting for them.
Yeah, and it doesn't even need to be John Swinney. I mean, he could stay as leader, but you just appoint the one as deputy leader, and they do all the press junkets, and maybe that gives you some plausible deniability then as well.
Yeah,
but I don't know who we've got. I don't think it's allowed, is it, for Westminster MPs to campaign in Scottish elections? I can't remember.
You know what then? For the sake of Scotland, he needs to resign as an MP, come back up and go for it. There you go, Stephen. Here's a plea from veterans.
Well, I think he is going for it. I think he's already standing in the Scottish elections. But there's no way of getting him in before then.
Yeah, if he's standing in the Scottish elections, then he can campaign then.
That's a good point. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but we need him at his best, at his blunt best, right? And if he wants to get his hour up, his back up, just remember what the speaker did to him on that with the questions. He was usurped by the speaker, right? Over the Israeli questions. Right, and that should get him angry.
Honestly, and if you look at me, there is firm policy breaks between the Scottish Parliament and the rest of Westminster, and these are the things they should be banging on about, right? You know, Israel, Gaza, the whole COVID debacle with Johnson, the whole in bed with Trump. These are all stuff where you could drive a huge chasm between Scotland and the rest of the UK and make that work, because that's how Trump got in. It was disaffected right wingers. It was people that felt that the Overton window had shifted way too close, way too far towards being nice to people and treating them as equals, and they don't like that.
Yeah.
You've got to play the same playbook. Unfortunately, you've got to be divisive and say, look, we are the poor Southern rednecks in this relationship who've been treated like garbage by Westminster.
Yep, absolutely.
Grangemouth should have been a game changer.
That's another thing. How did did we let that happen? How on earth did the SNP? It beggars belief that.
That should have been front and centre of the campaign. This is what you did, and yet it's just been gone. Yesterday's news now.
Yeah. There's so much out there that me and you can figure it out. I know. Okay, we are fastidious. We do read up on things and stuff like that. But we can do it at our level of politics or commentary. Yeah. Then these people who actually get paid some decent money.
Yeah.
With staffers, with researchers, should be able to bring this stuff up. We should have a book yay thick, right, of the gameplay, right, and we should be rattling through that, and it needs to start, right, as you quite rightly said, Russ. We are running out of time. Not just on tonight's show. Just noticed we've got 2 minutes left, buddy. And I'm sorry for banging my mic there, but we've only got 269 days left until we start voting in the next Scottish parliamentary election.
And the campaign should have started months ago.
Yeah.
I know you've got the official campaign period, but the soft campaign should have started months ago, if not a year ago.
Yeah.
And you start putting maybe they've got some some Machiavellian idea behind the scenes they're going to spring on us, but I've got a funny feeling. I hope I'm wrong that it's just more kick the can down the road. With then after the Scottish election, it'll be we need to wait to the Westminster election, then the Scottish election, the Westminster election, all the time. It's like no, once in a generation, and we're sat here in 10 years, mate. You and I still bumping on about how shit the independence campaign has gone. Because we're ready. We're ready. I mean, we're getting on a bit now. We're 10 years older than when we did this last time, but we're still up for it.
Yeah, and that looks. He said, looking at his time there, that has taken up the entirety of the show. We did have some other topics we were going to talk. We mentioned last time out that we were going to be talking about the Scottish Defence Force, what type of military we would have in independence, and we have done some research on it. We've got A files, big, all sorts of stuff in it. Right, I will make a solemn promise to you.
Next time.
See,
that's your SNP, mate. Jam tomorrow. You big promises and fail to deliver. No, what can I say, mate?
Yeah.
You say, but you're such a hypocrite.
I know. I should be a politician. Right, definitely. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been an absolute pleasure tonight.
Always. People, thank you so much for allowing us into your space and listening to us rant on. Hopefully give you some food for thought. Slightly less comments this week, so don't be shy next time. Get on, leave your comments. You can see we can put the best ones up on the screen. So if you want to be abusive, that's fine. We just won't show it, or I might if it's funny enough. But yeah, please tune in again the second Monday of the month. Next month, which will be the don't make me guess.
Monday in September.
Yeah, second Monday in September, which will be the 8th of September.
Right, so I'll be doing that mobile. I'm out and about in the 8th, so it'll be coming from a destination.
You're out and about with your top quality internet connection in the middle of nowhere. That'll be good.
That's the one.
So thank you, everyone. Please take care. Look after yourselves. Enjoy what's left of the summer. And we'll see you next time. How's it go, Cliff?
Yeah, remember, folks, despite our doom and gloom at the moment, our future is very, very bright because independence is most certainly right. Enjoy the August, folks.
Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.